Content over everything.
East, Shepherd's Bush. We've got a lot of Somali hotspots.
Yeah, but at the same time, like the brother talked about music, right? First of all, music is a very, 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 yeah, it's not only addictive, but at the same time, it's very influential, what's it called, program, yeah? So all we could do is this. If someone wants to do music, they can do it, but you have to have money to do music, right? You can't just like go...
Not realistic, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't just like go and then just expect you make one tune and get famous. These people that actually, for example, Drake, Rihanna, these people that stay long in the game, they're playing that business mindset game. They know what they're doing, you get me? So at the end of the day...
I think what's even worse is the message. Even if they don't think they're going to be a music person, it's the message of this high lifestyle, this person who's got this kind of girls, these kind of cars, this kind of lifestyle, this kind of I don't give a F. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. No. You know what I mean? And when you listen to something
because you're trying to
enough,
be like someone else, yeah.
When you listen to something enough, you start believing it. If you tell yourself, yourself a lie long enough, it becomes a reality. If you tell a lie long enough and you say, oh yeah, one day I jumped off a cliff, one day I jumped
you start believing it.
It actually becomes a part of your life.
True,
Do you know what I mean?
true,
Where
true.
you can't even, because you've told so many people, it's become part of your reality, part of your story.
Yeah.
So these music videos and these music that our youngers are listening to, which is a big issue. But that's the individual jihad. That's the individual struggle. Every young youth is going through that in London today, whether it's Somali, Arab.
A good example, is anyone heard of Solo London?
Yeah.
Solo, yeah.
Somali,
yeah,
he used to be a rapper, from here. Mashallah, man, life is ever, brother. Most of the music was getting views, imagine a million views. You're supposed to get million views per video. I gave it up for the sake of Allah.
Yeah, mashallah. But what I think is more realistic, I think if I can talk about having addictions and getting over them, is at least make some time for your deen and dakan. I keep saying this. If even me as a big woman, yeah, that grew up in this country, I wasn't born in Somalia, so I learned whatever I learned from Urbaha and other places, exactly. What I do is I give myself some time for my deen and my dakan, and I've got a lot better. Do you know what I mean? There was a time that people used to like cuss me and say, don't even speak Somali, it's so bad. Do you know what I mean? So, and I think our youngsters need to give, if they're going to give Rihanna and blah blah and all of these people, if they're really, really watani, if they're really people who care about Somali, then they've got to give an hour a week to something to do to learn about Somali history. Like,
they could do that, but at the same time, look, there's something about music, yeah? If they want to make music, right, they should promote their culture. For example, everybody loves Nigerian music. Why? Because there is that Nigerian culture in it.
Yeah.
Everybody loves American music because there's American culture in it. Everybody loves British music because there's that British culture in it.
I'm gonna lie to you, Somali music is so boring.
No. For example, Kainan, what's the
I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah. When you have grown up in this country, let's be realistic. When you have, your ears are used to a certain genre of music, yeah, and then you go back and you try and listen to Somali music, and you don't even know the language, so you're just miming along to whatever the man or the woman is saying, yeah. I've been through this life.
That's what I'm saying, though. Listen,
really,
hear me out.
You're forcing yourself.
For example, Kainan.
So can I add to that, yeah? I hated Somali music
I
growing
was
up.
the same.
And recently I've discovered Somali jazz in it. And
Wow.
bruv,
This is what we need to talk
bruv,
about.
it bangs. It bangs.
This is what we need to-
So
Something
huh?
alternative
I don't know the
that is
artist.
realistic.
I just find random songs
You're
in
not
it.
going
I
to
just
go
find
from
random
That-
songs.
that-
listening
that-
to Drake
all
to
time
listening
to-
to...
Yeah, man, it's like 70s time.
They're wearing
Come
that
on,
blue
you know what I
clothes
mean?
and
Let's
that.
be
Bruv.
honest.
Like the banging,
Banging.
banging.
So
Well, I used to music Somali music till now. Wallah.
come on, jump it.
Mashallah.
I want to talk about something
No,
that
Somali music. That's
Somali
what-
music.
that's what-
Cool. Yeah, no, Somali. I don't have nothing to say about
So
Somali
for
music.
example, look, Kainan?
Yeah,
He
he
does
does
English,
well.
but at the same time he promotes his culture, his people, his freedom, and that's what got him famous in the first place.
And his lyrics are
Exactly. So these people, if you're Somali and you want to make music, yeah, you have to promote
But
your
listen,
people,
just
your
to be
culture.
clear, yeah, like music is haram in it. Just be clear.
Nah, it is.
Just to be clear.
Oh, you mentioned
Just
that
to be
now.
clear, just to be clear, it is haram. It is haram.
Look,
No, astaghfirullah, wallah, let's be realistic. The music is haram, but let's talk about what we're dealing with. We're talking about the youths
we're
that
talking
are
about culture.
listening
And
to
music makes
seriously
culture. Music is part of
explicit
culture.
music, yeah, on a daily basis for long hours of the day, yeah, that are being brainwashed by this explicit content. So at the end of the day, what we're talking about is something's better than nothing. Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna go there and you're gonna go spend, I don't know how many hours a young youth will listen to hip hop music, reggae. I'm not promoting it, but I'm saying no, it's unrealistic for us to say stop just like that. Do you know what I mean? So to alternative, if you're gonna listen to something, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna have to listen to some type of music, to listen to something with clean lyrics, to listen to something that is at least gonna teach you luqadda, the dak and kag. If you're gonna, because the reason why I used to force myself to listen to Somali music is to learn the language. Do you know what I mean? Not that I enjoyed it. Do you know what I mean? So instead of spending 2 hours in the evening cleaning my house listening to hip hop music or whatever, I would listen to Somali music and try to learn the words and blah 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 blah. Obviously, as from the Deen and the Dakan, the Deen forbids music. I totally understand. But let's be realistic with the young youth who are listening to hours and hours and hours of explicit,
So as an
really
alternative,
bad music, as an alternative.
But no music is better than.
Can I say though, yeah?
Yeah, bro.
You see.
Yeah, you can all say
Sorry,
that.
I was gonna say basically like.
Go on. Come
With
on.
it, like drill music, like, I think some of these kids here, they already have like mental health problems or something.
Yeah.
Because like the drill music is like, you don't have to take it seriously. Because like when you watch these videos here, prior to actually watching it, they already say like, don't take the lyrics too literal in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is what you find from experience is through repetition is how to brainwash.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Even like there's so many songs that I've memorized through not actually effortly trying to memorize them. So this is one of the things when I started fixing up my life and being aware of what I'm putting into my brain, I started listening to Quran and other things like that. I learned the Quran so quickly without me actually giving it any effort the same way as the music. So what I'm trying to say is we don't realize these hours and hours of TV, hours and hours of music, what it's doing to our brains. Yeah, I mean, I'm not just talking about the younger youth. This affects even the mothers, even the older people, because they're out watching 5 hours of Home and Away, Neighbours, Hollyoak, Bollyoak. You know what I mean? That's a brainwash. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day.
But can I just suggest, I'm not a Somali, but
You're our neighbour, bro.
yeah.
close,
I'm
come
just
close,
saying
bro.
because no, I'll stay on this side. Yeah. So
Where's the mic then?
my suggestion to you, is that the concern right now is music the thing that the Somalis in London, in Britain, is that what they're needing? Do you understand what I mean?
So the concern, I think a lot of our problems boil down to low self-esteem. I think a lot of this drill music, a lot of this nonsense, it plays on our low self-esteem. Hence why we join gangs or we do this, that, and the other, yeah, because we're not proud of ourselves, innit? So if we're putting, just to finish my point, if we're putting, say, bashment or say hip hop music on a pedestal and saying, yo, this is the bomb, whatever, yeah, but we're not praising, you know, the music that comes from the country that we're from, it's because we have low self-esteem. Do you understand? So a way to deal with that and a way to get some pride, yeah, is to say to yourself, no, you have something and it bangs. Okay, it's haram because all music is haram, but yours is not dead and his one is good. It's all haram, but yours is good as well. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It does, but you know, for me, the reason why I'm saying that to you, this is a little bit more serious. The reason why I say serious is that people's families, kids are dying on the streets right now.
Absolutely.
Do you understand what I mean? So when you're considering, for me, from my perspective, when I'm looking at another family where their kids are dying all over the place, your issue's not music.
Yeah,
You
let's
understand? You have to-
actually I think the issue is the music. Let's be realistic, because the music is where these people are getting this gang culture and the knife culture. So at the end of the day, and low self-esteem is coming from identity crisis, yeah, and lack of deen as well. Brother, you will come in the deen bit, inshallah. But there's a lack of deen bit. Let the experts talk about it. But when it comes to Dakan, when it comes to our identity crisis, that I think is got a big thing. As Muslims, we need to know our deen, but we also need to know who we are. Some of us can't even speak Somali properly. Do you know what I mean? And to be honest, when I'm saying about listening to Somali music, not necessarily, if we can get gabais, then we listen to gabais to learn our because gabais are quite actually more interesting than love songs. Because most of our Somali music are about love. Do you know what I mean?
One voice.
Language is a big way of bringing back our identity.
What is important for you, the Deen or the Dhaka?
No, at the end of the day, at the
Then why
end
are we
of
talking
the,
about
at the end of the day, the Deen and the Dhaka Somalians.
With all due
Is it
respect,
culture?
with all due respect,
Brother,
one second,
wait
one
a
second, one
minute,
second,
wait a
Akhi.
minute.
Wallah, you just
Well,
disrespecting us,
yeah,
bro.
well, I'll
You're
tell you.
literally just
Let me tell you.
disrespecting us.
Let me explain.
No, stop it.
Let
Yes,
me
you are,
answer.
bro.
In the day of judgment, in the day
Deen,
of judgment,
what
what
Allah
Allah
You
said.
ask me the question, let me answer you, yeah? Right now, we are adopting a dakan of the Western people. So for us, wait a minute. In the Deen, it says for you to know who you are is not haram. You understand? You need to know your identity. So what we are telling to our Somali young brothers, instead of following the Western way, the Western music, it's better for you. You understand? Well, of course,
Now to follow Deen and Dakan.
But brother, first
Culture
of
as well.
first of all, brother, yeah, the Deen is very important. But let's be realistic, yeah. First of all, somebody who is got low self-esteem about who he is, he doesn't even know he is a Muslim Somali man. You understand? So what we are trying to say is the ways that we have been brainwashed is through language, through music. Let's address this. Our young
counter
boys
it.
don't know their language, they don't know their own culture. You understand? So let them have an identity with that. Of course, the Deen is the only salvation, it's the only thing that will bring you hadaya and peace in your life. Absolutely. But we are talking about alternative to right now what music which they have now, because they're not just going to stop the music and listen to Quran one time. So what we are saying is, يعني مرحبا slowly. You understand?
But those music are not popular. So people feel what is popular. You know what I mean?
Anyway, the point we're trying to make here, is media, yeah, in general, whether it's music, television, films, whatever, or even books, yeah, they are used as tools to brainwash.
Yeah.
We all know
Yes?
that.
Okay, so how do we counter it?
How do you stop it?
How do we counter it?
The only way is
Yeah, because not all media is bad. The Quran is a piece of media from God. It's not bad. Yeah, it's a piece of mass communication. It's not bad. Yeah, so not all media is bad. So we counter the bad media with good media.
Yes.
Part of it is Deen, yes. But we Somalis, we're all Somali. We are all from the same tribe. We are all from the same Deen. We're all from the same madhab. We're all from the same fiqh, the same branch of the same faith. Yeah, and we're still killing each other. Yeah, we're still killing each other. So there obviously is a problem.
It's happening with every nation, like us.
See, what you're doing is, everyone has the same problem thing. No, bro, it's not everyone has the same problem thing. Yeah, it's not the same. Afghanistan, what's happening in Afghanistan, it breaks my heart, and I've cried real tears for my bro.
Actually, in a sense,
Wallahi, I
it's
have,
right,
yeah.
everything
But
is
one
sense.
second, please. But it's not the same. It's not the same. So it's not the same. Simple
why
as.
yours is different?
Why? Because at least people know about yours. At least people know about yours.
Yeah, because they're
Stop it, man. Stop it. At least people know. That's a privilege. You admit that, yeah? That's a privilege.
If in the day of judgment, Afghan will stand in the front line.
No, bruv.
Somalia-
What I'm saying is, see, because you're an outsider, you don't understand. You don't understand. So what you're doing, you're distracting the rest of us, bro.
No.
So please just stop it.
Why do you think you are fighting? You are killing each other. We are on the same side.
Because of the
So
Arabs.
why are you taking us off the topic?
Just ask me.
Why are you taking us off the topic?
But when I came to the discussion, I thought there is more
So you misunderstood.
to be Somalian
So
than a
you misunderstood. Yes, we
There
are
are
Muslim.
more to be Somalian than a Muslim.
Akhi, one second. Akhi.
Muslim or Muslim first. Good. Ethnicity is
But when I came to the discussion, I
So
heard.
don't go by what you've heard. Go by the whole thing.
You could be, wait, one second.
So
You could
stop
be-
and
wait,
listen.
wait, you could be a Muslim.
You literally heard 30 seconds and you made a comment.
You could
Come
be,
on, man.
one sec. Okay, listen. You could be a Muslim, but if you don't have culture, then who you are is lost. Your identity is lost. The self is lost. So the first thing to do is, even though, wait. You could be a Muslim, right? But also don't lose your culture, your family, your people, who you are. That's your identity. Your culture is your
in my
identity.
culture, there are so many things which prohibit it in Islam. Because part of how can I follow my culture?
let me make it understand for you. Basically, what we're talking, you're allowed to follow culture as long as it doesn't contradict Islam.
Yeah.
That's all we're using. But first of all, here we're just talking about history of Somalis and Somali problems. The community.
I agree in every sense that you have complained.
I
told this
with all
brother-
due respect, with all due respect, yeah, you don't get it.
No, I get it.
No, you don't.
I get
You
it.
don't.
You will never
don't.
get it because
When
you
I
don't.
came,
You don't.
when I came,
No,
to
stop
the-
talking. I don't want to hear from you no more.
Brother,
I'm
can I
sorry.
explain?
I'm
Can I
sorry.
explain?
I'm sorry.
Can I explain?
hijack
Can I
him.
explain?
One at a time, one at a time.
No, not one at a time. It's us, innit? It's us. It's us, bro.
I'm not Arab.
Yes. What can I come?
Can I explain? I told you the first day when I met you, I said, when I came to this country, I was a racist to black men. You know.
You did that, yes.
Yeah,
you did say
why?
that. Because you were
I told
brainwashed.
you.
You
Because
told
you
me
didn't
that.
know.
And I'm saying you're still brainwashed. I'm saying you're still brainwashed.
But bro,
I'm saying you're still
when I was
brainwashed.
back, I only saw black people in Hollywood films. In my community, there wasn't that many black people.
But boss, this is not about your community. This is about a different community.
Thank you.
I'm telling you.
We can't talk about
I'm
that
telling
now.
you, I understand.
No, you
Yeah,
don't.
no,
If you understood, you would not personalize it to you. If you understood, you would listen. You would give me
You
your
only
ear.
understand a little bit. You only understand a little bit.
I understand
We're
where you
still on
come
the subject, you know.
We don't need to shout.
Hey, listen, we're gonna go pray Isha, inshallah. Hey, listen, let's go pray Isha. Hey, what? Hey, content? Where's content at? Where's content? Where's content? You gone?
I'm saying you
Hey,
guys.
what? You lot keep it rolling if you want.
Bro, Alhamdulillah. Bro, I want to talk about something. Let him say his little bit.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, bro, can you pull out your phone quick?
Yeah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is a new subject.
I want to know why
Right.
Basically, I want to talk about
Step back a little bit. So space, space. Make space, inshallah.
I want to talk about the Somali occupation in Ethiopia and Kenya. Not long ago,
Talk about Kenya. The one.
Okay, I'll talk about the Somali occupation in Kenya right now. I think it was in the 1800s, the British gave the Northern Frontier District, or the Northern Eastern Province, same thing, to Kenya, and is ethnically inhabited by Somalis. So basically, there's a place called Mandera where Somalis lived before Kenyans. Kenyans just moved into East Africa. So we were the original inhabitants of the north. And what I want to say is basically...
North Kenya, basically.
Basically, north of Kenya is part of Somalia. Western Ethiopia is part of Somalia. Somalis are being killed as we speak right now. Not long ago, basically, there's a city called Mandera.
Calm down, man. Speak up.
There's a city called Mandera. There's a city called Mandera and a city called Bulahawa. And it's in the border between Kenya and Somalia, and that border is colonial border. That's our border. Mandera is our city. So basically, let's say for instance your mother tells you to go to this city quickly, which is like half an hour away, to get something, and you go there and you come back and you see troops not letting you get past. So a lot of families are separated and they're building a wall. So what I want to say to the Somali community is, instead of talking about something that's not going to benefit us and just wipe it, and just talking about fairy tale and sugarcoating everything, Somalis are being killed. Somalis are being killed in Kenya right now as we speak. In Johannesburg, Somalis are being killed. Somali businesses are being looted. The Zulus are killing Somalis, innit? So that's what I want to say. And the topic of Somalis being one tribe. Honestly, you know what? Let me talk, man.
Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. What the Prophet said, it was... So basically, what the brother was talking about is called Balahawa. No, you can talk, it's not me.
No, finish off.
So what he said was about Balahawa. Balahawa is a small, it's not that small, but it's part of Gedo. So that's the borders of Kenya and Somalia.
Colonial borders.
Exactly. So what happened is that Balahawa was a bit like it was a bit bigger than it is today, right? So what they did is that they built a wall, right? And they moved too close to they moved from Kenyan borders. Kenya. Okay. They moved from the Kenyan borders straight into Balahawa. That's where I was born, in it.
Okay.
So right now, one of my cousins called me. They said almost, how much? 100, almost, sorry, 90 people.
Yeah.
Half of them got injured, and most of them died.
From the African Union is doing this.
Right now, it's happening. Kenya's doing it. Yeah, Kenya's doing this.
The Kenyan government.
Kenyan government's doing that. Their police and whatever is guarding there is doing that because the people that live there, they're being like, you know how Jews do occupation or whatever. That's exactly what they're doing. They're moving out the people. Whoever tries to stay, they kill them or hurt them, right? So that we're not trying to talk about some political stuff or nah, but because at the end of the day, when your people are dying, you have to speak out and you have to.
For sure, but then I always ask you, what is the purpose? Because I spoke to a fisherman previously. Yeah? When you are addressing these things, there's people that view you.
Yeah, true.
So the purpose is you're gonna have to have a purpose. Do you understand?
The purpose is simple. There are people right now who are Somali people who are not aware of this. At least maybe there are families who are there who came from that place and who are not aware of this city, this thing happening. So at least if they're here, right, at least they can send money, they can send some aid, they can help them out, anything.
I think then you lot should actually
why
address
is your
that.
government?
Yeah, that's
Address
Our
the
government is
fact
shit.
that
Our
you're
government is
needing
shit.
this for aiding rather than just saying it, because there's people
Yeah,
that
but I was about to say
Take it personally. We need to make this clear. We need to say the truth. We can't sugarcoat. If people do something mad about the situation and go and become fighters, that's their choice. I'm letting my Somali brothers and sisters watching this know that we're being occupied. Same as Ethiopia. When the Ethiopian government collapsed not long ago, they said, they don't want, because they know Somali people, we're tough people, we don't take bullshit. We fight for our rights. They said basically, we're gonna release 1,000 Somalis from the prison. Whoa, everyone was so happy, everyone retweeted on Twitter. It got more than 10,000 retweets.
But this problem,
but guess what? Were they released? No, they weren't released. It was bullshit.
Brother, can I tell you, yeah? The point is, yeah, you are addressing these things, yeah? These things are things that apply in every country. It's not only in Somalia, this is happening.
I say I'm from Somalia. My town.
This is Somali corner.
I know, but
No, let me explain.
Even if it's Somali corner, I have Somali in Ethiopia. So you're gonna tell me that
they're not Somalis in Ethiopia.
I'm saying we're talking about
they're not Somalis in Ethiopia.
Wait,
one sec, sister.
There's no Somalis in Ethiopia.
Correction. There's no Somalis in Ethiopia.
Somalis are being occupied.
Somalis are being occupied. You're talking about my people. You're talking about Jijiga. You're talking about Ogaden. I'm the people that are occupied.
He's occupied in Ethiopia.
The British. One sec,
That's what this subject is about.
No, I know that, and I've come here based upon that. I don't have an issue on that. My point is, if he's talking about Ethiopia and what's going on, then I have to say to you. So do you understand?
I want to hear your point. From Ethiopian point.
So it happens. I can cut. It doesn't mean that I can't come here and talk.
You can't talk.
When you said what is the point? It happens all around the world. I said it doesn't matter what happens. We were talking about what's happening to the Somali people. Any plight of the Somali people we want to discuss.
And the purpose you're asking, is this: like, what's the reason that you're saying these things? And the main reason why we're saying it, at least there are people who are dumped or just sleeping there, who don't care about their people, at least, or there are kids, or maybe there are teenagers.
With the neighboring country.
Let him explain.
And the problem is, as much as is a problem over there, your neighboring country is having the same problem. And when you're identifying the problem, it's not about the people. There's other people that are on the agendas. Do you understand what I mean? People that run the country. Do you understand? Which is related to the people that are over here with the Western world. Do you understand what I mean? So when you're addressing it and you're saying, if I'm somewhere else and you're addressing that Ethiopia is occupying Somalia,
it is true though,
So the fact is, if you're talking about facts,
but about
the truth,
the government.
Talking about facts and truth, these things have always, this poxy thing, Ethiopia at one point was like a lot smaller. Do you understand what I mean? And some other parts were bigger. Do you understand? We've been doing this from like however many centuries.
To be fair, I agree with you.
For this happening,
like,
you understand?
This place is supposed to be for like no more problem. We don't want to talk about problems unless we're talking about solutions.
Yes.
So I agree with my brother.
I want to talk about solutions.
I agree with my brother. Like sometimes we come across as if we're just, no, we're complaining. You know what I mean? This happened, that happened, that happened. Okay,
it's happening. It's happening.
No, let's focus
right now.
No, very good.
How do we resolve?
And what did my brother say? Let's give aid. Whoever's going to give aid, whoever's going to do whatever. But it's our governments really
are
the ones that
we can be the change. Our government can't.
So right now,
we can give aid and stuff, but we're talking about the actual occupation. We can't do anything about.
We can protest instead of saying free Palestine every time. We could say free Ogaden. We could say free NFT. People all across the people. At least raise awareness.
That's absolutely true. That's quite right.
You can protest whatever you want.
A protest.
Those people, they don't care. You don't protest
understand?
until Kenya say, okay.
They come here and have meetings from Ogaden, with the TPLF. There's people that are from Ogaden that eat with the government.
So
I know.
You're here
But they're
crying about these circumstances.
Bro, can I say something? With all due respect, Ogadens are divided into two. Somalia is always divided into two. Some that
talking about.
Basically, Ogaden are divided into two. He even knows he's an Ogaden. Some Ogaden are puppets to the TPLF. Some are not. You even know that's true. The Abdi Ile is the president of the Ogaden region in Somalia, and he is killing the freedom fighters, the Ogaden National Liberation Front in Shilabo. So with all due respect, my brother can be a snake to me. everyone can be snakes to each other.
You know about what you're suggesting. You see that the sister said something big, yeah? You can be here, yeah? I can go on Google, find out all what you said. The sister that was here said something. What is... You see like how he said
what
aid?
is the solution?
No, my brother, yeah. So if you're talking aid, if you're talking of any of these informations going out with a purpose, then yeah. But
My
nevertheless,
purpose
if you're just coming out and just saying what people can just read out, do you understand what I mean?
I'm not
You're just
saying
pointing
that.
out the problem.
You
anyways,
don't
okay,
want me.
final
No,
thing
the
is
thing is, the
wait, let me
brother,
say one thing to the camera.
the brother
One
doesn't
last
want
thing,
me.
yeah?
He's
The
talking
brother
about
doesn't
history,
want me.
man, educating.
Yeah,
The brother doesn't want me to say what's going on with the Somalis in Ethiopia because he's from Ethiopia,
No, I'm
right?
not saying to you that I don't want
And
you
you
to
want
say
to keep Ethiopia is a country which is built in a lot of stolen
No,
lands.
you know what? I don't like pessimism. Sorry to start to say something, yeah? But earlier on, you was doing something positive. You were talking about protesting, yeah? And then you were saying that the Ogaden people come every year. I don't care what people do and have failed. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yes,
so I think that if you think that a protest is in order here and awareness needs to be done, then I think that that's something that maybe we need to speak to the Somali corner about, and we need to organise that ASAP. And you can be the leader of that. You can make sure, not a leader,
no, you can organise that. You can organise that.
You can be the leader to organise that on the Somali corner.
The protesting, all that kind of stuff.
We've got 300 subscribers so far.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go on Facebook because wallahi, talk is cheap.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and we're here to support you on this. Do you get what I'm saying? If you say there's injustice
also,
to Somali people going on, we need Somali people to turn up. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that will turn up.
So now the thing is this: the reason why we're raising this awareness of Balad Hawa, the borders of Somalia with Kenya. It's simple. The simple thing is that people are dying, right? And obviously they are being killed injusticeably, right? People just being killed without no reason. Yeah. So what's happening? So all we want to do is that raise the awareness that this is happening, and these people need help, right? Whether you can talk to the Somali government, whether
you can give aid, whether you want to organise a protest,
anything you want to do, that's what we're trying to like. We're trying to raise.
Good one.
That's what we're trying to say. That's what we're trying to say.
We're finding the solution.
Yeah, no. At the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. We got to start somewhere. So this is the platform where now you got to set a date.
And by the way, this wasn't a political talk. It was just like raising the simple awareness because we don't want to talk about that. Remember, like Somali corner, we're trying to keep it balanced, inshallah.
I think for a protest, you might have to let the government know.
They're building a wall right now. You know, it's mad.
Hey, bro. Would you mind standing on camera?
I don't mind. I want them to actually.
I'm gonna say.
I was just gonna say, but like, just looking at you, I wouldn't even be able to tell.
Trust me. We're the same people.
Well, I didn't know.
This is my point, my brother.
I didn't know.
I came last week, or 3 weeks ago, and that's what my point is. My point is, this is a place where is a Cushite place. This is going from Sudan to Eritrea to Ethiopia to Somalia. This is all these areas here. Do you understand? So for the fact that one guy is, because one political party has done something, this has been going on from however many centuries.
It's people. Not one person.
No. I'm talking about this, the place that you're talking
The
about.
Horn,
It's not only this place. If you go to where my
The
mum is
Horn
from,
of Africa is Somalis, wallahi. The Horn of Africa is
my brother,
Somalis.
this is where you're
East
getting a lot. Okay,
East
listen.
Africa is Somalia.
Listen, are you Muslim?
I'm Muslim.
Okay, do you believe in no?
Yeah.
Where is he speak? Who was his son? Do you know his sons?
That's according to the Bible.
I don't want to be son. The one that
It's not. He's
the one that
not
you want to
Bible. Is in the Quran.
No, it's not.
So who's the son of Ham?
Let's understand each other.
But that's biblical. That's
Let's
biblical.
understand. No, wait.
Quran, fam. That's biblical.
Brother, hold on.
Let's
Agree. Let's agree.
You don't believe in that?
No, actually, look, we can take from that.
No,
We can actually take
Let's just speak.
Hello. This brother he's saying is absolutely
that's your problem.
right.
You're Salafi, I know that.
We are a branch of a bigger family. You understand? But what we need to say is right now, is we need to deal with the Somali people right now. I mean, we're welcome with our neighbouring brothers if they want to help us in any of these plights.
And leave us alone.
If they have something, an organisation or some kind of thing where they wait a minute, no. Well, let me just say something. Wait. Well,
Let's keep it. Let's keep it. Let's put it.
Come on, listen.
What's that?
we got a big opportunity. The Ethiopian people, the Eritrean people, and the Sudan people are our people. When you go into a larger dimension, and you know what? When we get ourselves together, we need to collaborate with our brothers. Do you get what I'm saying? There's a big Ethiopian community out there. There's a big Eritrean community out there. There's a big Sudanese community out there, and they're doing things as well. Do you understand? And when we get this SS Somali corner thing started, yeah, we definitely looking to collaborate with our lot. But the first thing we need to do is we need to pull our bootstraps and do something with ourselves. Then we can say to you lot, yeah.
But what did I say to you earlier on? What I said was, is music. That was my whole point.
I love my point.
No, for sure. That there is more concerning issues.
Yeah, but the music is where it starts of the young culture and the way they're learning all of this crap. You understand? So we need to give the boys and the young girls an alternative of this brainwash, of this vile, explicit things that are being brainwashed, because the mind's a beautiful thing and all of our minds are being corrupted.
But what are the other things? You see, you know why? Everyone is identifying the wrong stuff. So earlier on you said like things like employment.
You don't want to come on camera.
And having an agency.
Come on, brother. Come join. You said you're one of us. Come on.
So you understand, those are the things. My point is that, like, you see all the businesses that you're seeing, they are listen, every part of London where there's Somalis, I'm telling you from where I've been in businesses, the Somali community brings businesses to other nations, other people. So I'm trying to explain to you,
South Africa.
Everyone is talking about the thing that's going on over here. You ain't resolved the thing over here, and these are the little things. Do you understand?
Yeah, we're getting there.
But the reason
we're getting there. We've already said, we need to. I'm volunteering next week to go and make a catalogue of all Somali businesses.
Also, call me in if you want help.
Or let's say Brent. I'm not gonna do too much.
There's a guy that I know that's already done that.
Yeah. What
I want to see.
Give me all that information. Right. Well, that's what we need.
My guy.
Brilliant. So we need to take your number then, definitely. Yeah. So these are the kind of things we need to do. This is baby steps now. We're only starting.
Yeah, I know, but you know the reason why I'm saying that every time I speak to, because I am in the community. There's a lot of guys that I know, and every single time it comes to you project the wrongness of. Do you understand what I mean?
No, what I'm
saying what I'm seeing.
No, what I'm saying is like I'm agreeing with you that first of all we don't want negativity, but some of the negativities we have to deal with, like the knife crime, the gangs culture.
Let's talk about the knife crime right now, innit? Let's talk about that now. Let's talk about that.
That's why it's linked to music.
True.
The reason we brought up music
Yeah.
is because that's where it's being glamorized. That's where every young boy and every young girl is saying, subliminally being messaged or bombarded with this conditioning, that they're going to think that these things are acceptable.
Haha, knife and crime.
You understand what I mean?
Alright, yeah, you can say.
And it's not happening only to Somali youth. It's happening
something,
to
brother?
Asian youth. It's happening to other African youth. It's happening to West Indian youth.
Handler, what's going on?
So what we need to do is draw on our strengths, which is we have a language, a beautiful, rich language. We have poetry. You understand? We have certain things that we need to give time to as well. We need to give time to learning the most important thing. One of the brothers said is every Somali person should know their lineage and their names. To their father's name.
I know about this gang crime, I would just say Somalis, yes, it's good to know about your history, it's good to know about your culture, but Allah honored us with Islam, okay? And if we seek honor in anything else, Allah will humiliate us, okay? And this thing about music here is haram.
I listen to music, but it's haram. I can't push that.
We can talk about how it's influencing gang crime and knife crime, but at the end of the day, it's haram anyway.
I can't push it.
So a good alternative will be nasheed. Okay, good alternative will be listening to the Quran. Okay, instead of listening to music. That's one thing. And the Somalis who are in the gang, who are on the streets, if you come and you speak to us, or you come down here to Speaker's Corner, we can put you through to people who can help you. Who can help you about gang intimidation, who can help you find a job, who can help you find work, who can help you find people who obviously be your friends, your brothers, who can help you throughout, as you leave the gang. We're here to help you at the end of the day, but we can't do your work for you. You have to come and you have to make the effort as well. And that's what I would recommend.
And I recommend going back to your religion, learning about your religion as well, going to the mosque, etc., etc. These are things that will help you and benefit you in life. You know, you need your spiritual development, not just your materialistic development. You need both. What I want to quickly add on is, people say that, you know, the one tribe issue brings unity. I believe tribe doesn't bring unity. I think, you know, when has tribe brought unity to Somalia? Never. We will always be united under the religion of Islam. The Darawish, it was built on Islam, and every tribe was united under the Darawish. We were never united under one tribe. So saying that one tribe will unite us, frankly, wallahi, is bullshit. But we can be united under Islam, innit? If we put Islam into our hearts, if we read the Quran, if we pray to Allah, we can be united. True. Religion can unite anyone from all countries. That's why if there's two people, something bad is happening with them, wallahi, I'll be honest, I will help the Muslim, innit? And that's the fact.
Yeah, like the Prophet ﷺ said, like we are all one body. Like Islam is like one body. If part of the body gets hurt, then like the whole body will fall. You get me? So at the end of the day, there's a lot of things happening like in the Islamic world, but at the same time, specifically, there's something happening in our world, Somalia, right? So to fix home, like this is what I was saying last time in a group chat, yeah. I was saying to people, like, I let people talking about politics back home and what should do there, this and that, history, that. It's not a bad thing to do. But I said, you know, right now we live in UK, we live in London. We have crazy things going on in London, right? And we had to address those issues, solve those issues. Once we solve where we live and where we are, then we'll be able to solve the problems back home. You get me? Yeah. We can easily solve the problems back home. But while we are like pulling each other here, like shanking one another, like, you know what I mean, just doing bad things, then there's no point. There's no point of speaking about this and that, because that we're not even there. For example, there's things happening in Somalia, political issues. What we could do, we could leave the political issues to the political people. But once we get that part, like, you know, that level that we can engage in this kind of stuff, then boom. Because we got the, you know, what's it called, the refund, the
repatriation.
Yeah, that.
That's one of the main aims of this group. One of our main aims is to go back to Somalia at the end of the day, and to facilitate that, and to help people, Somalis, individuals who want to go back, to facilitate.
That's the future. That's the future. But right now,
one brother, wallahi, he made a comment that like broke my heart. In it, he said he's an engineer student. He was like, inshallah, when I graduate, I go back in it. And he said, where I want to go back to is Somaliland because of the political situation there, because it's stable. And he said, I can't, because I'm Hawiya. Wow. Yeah? And I said to him, brother, it's not in Sarkland. Don't listen to your parents in it. Yeah? There's
Dupahante.
There's Wasangeli. There's many clans within Somaliland. It is not in Sarkland. It is for Somalis. Yeah? And it is politically stable. Yes? There has been huge progress made since 1991. Amazing progress. That is to the credit of everyone who participated, and it's to the credit of every single Somali on the planet, whether you were there or not. True. Yeah? And you should be proud. Yeah? You should be willing to benefit and contribute, no matter your clan. Because if you're born in England, you're not Hawiya, bruv. You're Dak and Ellis. Simple as that. Just like me. Even though I'm a Sak, you're Dak and Ellis, bruv. Yeah? So don't listen to your parents, bruv. Listen to your parents. When it comes to Kabyle
misleading and that, yeah.
When it comes to Kabyle talk, especially the stories of the war, your parents only ever teach you their individual story, which is important for you to know, but you must contextualize it. You have to learn about the whole thing. Yeah? Contextualize it properly, because the story I got told isn't the whole story. I went out of my way to learn it. You have to do the same. That's the point. One of the points of this e-library that we're putting together is to learn your history. Learn why you are here. Get inspired by things you have achieved in the past. Yeah, and apply that to the future. Because our situation is urgent, bro. It is very, very urgent. Yeah? And the only way we are gonna solve our issues is us, our attention, our patience, our money, yeah, but more important than any of that, us, We are the greatest resource on this planet. It's not gold or silver or platinum or diamonds or anything else. It is you and me. Yeah, it's human beings, innit? Yeah? So let's utilize our greatest resource, which is the Somali. Yeah? It's just the Somali. I'm saying a resource as in, what's up?
Yeah, human resource.
Yeah, I mean. It's the everyday Islam mad guy, you know?
From your melody. Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to
our solution. Yeah? So let's, first of all, let's get together as the Somali. Then we can speak to the Habashi, or the Tigra, or the Yoruba, or whoever else and say, yo, we have common issues. Let's come up with common solutions. True. You understand?
Can I suggest there's other people that have gone through the similar sort of thing? It might be a thing for you lot to actually go to somebody to see a certain plan. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, we reached out. We reached out. Yeah, exactly.